you're seeing me how I'm not usually coming on a video to start, but bare face, just with, I think I actually blended in my sunscreen then. I had just kind of slapped it on and I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I decided to do a get ready with me type of video. I haven't really done like a talking one like that, so we're gonna see how I do with it. And I'm doing it today because I'm not in a great mental health place right now. Some stuff going on. It's kind of affecting me, making me not feel great. I do have history of anxiety and depression, which affect me more sometimes than others. And yep. Also about to start my period, so yippee. I've got, I think, like a few little breakouts and stuff, and just I'm sure that also is part of my mental health feelings right now. So I was going to do an inventory video where I showed new things I brought in to my collection or changes. I still might do something for the eyeshadows. I do want to kind of go through and count up my eyeshadows and, you know, things like that. But as far as the other new stuff, it's not really that much, and so it seemed a little silly to do a whole video for that. But I am going to use some of the products in my makeup today, so you'll get to see them, and I'll introduce them, I guess, that way. And yeah, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. My name's Alyssa, and I like all types of makeup, nails, things like that, especially using palettes that are old and busted, although maybe I've also gotten some new things, which I will talk about. And yeah, if you like the sound of that, then why don't you hit subscribe, and you can also give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So, excuse me if I'm a little awkward as I do this because I'm not used to it. I'm also not usually doing my makeup here. I'm usually doing it in the bathroom, but I just wanted to be able to, I'm not sitting, I'm kneeling, but it's still better than standing right now. So I do think maybe I should have brought, I'm gonna go grab my mirror. Hold on. This mirror I've actually had, it was from my dad's mom, from when I was like, I don't know, 5th grade or something like that. I've had for a long time. And it's actually held up pretty well. I mean, that's just like a cardboard type of thing and all. And yeah, it's got like so many sparkles on it from my makeup, but it works. It's really easy to hold, and that's what I end up using all the time. So first, I'm gonna put on my eye primer. Usually my skin is still, I mean, it feels like a little bit tacky from my sunscreen and stuff like that. It's more sunscreen than the moisturizer, I feel like. But just, you know, don't mind me using the camera to put on things. I've been trying to make sure I'm like actually getting the eye primer here to see, like, when I've been having the eyeshadows not stick there, if it's me not using eye primer there or if it's the eyeshadows. So normally my face is a little more sticky, but it's been a while since I did my skincare because that's part of what's going on right now. Oh, so first new product. I've been wanting to try this since I saw people talking about it, but you could only buy it from the e.l.f. website, and that's enough to kind of discourage me from buying something. I can just wait until it comes to the regular store, and if it doesn't, then I guess I didn't need it after all. I mean, I was kind of thinking about an e.l.f. order, but when I actually was like getting down to it, there wasn't really, I would have had to like really go overkill and throwing in random stuff to get to like free shipping, and it wasn't worth it. So anyway, this is the Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener, and it doesn't say the shade, does it? Maybe somewhere on here, but oh, it does. It says fair, which, by the way, I'm going to try to remember to stop referring to myself as fair for my complexion, because that's what everyone always says, but oh, and I like to use a brush for this. but I realized that it's not really the best kind of practice. I wish I had more light here. I'm gonna move you. And we can come this way and I can have a little more light, maybe. Or if I face this way. Oh, here we go. I think you see a little more light on me too. And I have more light. So we're all happy. But yeah, it's like fair is used to represent like pretty, like, you know, it can be used for that, but then it's used for being super pale. And excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold. Yeah, and it's like I never use fair to mean pretty. I think it was pale, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's stop using it, you know, to describe my skin color. And let's just say that I am, you know, very white. So this concealer, I know you're supposed to kind of go over it with, I'm just gonna put a little bit more on and use the camera. I know you're supposed to go over it with a regular concealer, and the only reason that I've been doing it at all, and it's really emollient, is because it's actually so emollient that it makes me look pretty shiny, and I don't need more shine. So I've been then putting a little bit on to help it kind of get more matte. So I don't really need this as far as like more coverage. The color of that actually works really well. It has a little bit of a pinky whatever color to it. I guess I can kind of do this. Oh, I just realized I was not using this for this part. All right, well, I'm gonna try to tap it on anyway. But yeah, it's not too pigmented, so I can just kind of use it as is, but it's fine. This way, I don't know, I definitely probably need this. I did not sleep well, and I haven't been sleeping well, so there we go. It's definitely a little bit brighter. There's not much I can do about this. This is just like how I'm built, and that was even when I used to get more sleep and was young and all that. There's something I was gonna point out about something I used. Oh, so yeah, I had been using an eyeshadow. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I've been using for my peanut butter and jelly palette, the one orange, to kind of like do a little color correcting. And I've used it up, so, you know, should not be new information. I did not put my blanket down. I should do that. But yeah, it's used up. So instead of just spraying out my blanket here, instead of that, it's like, well, I've got this e.l.f. one, and it does actually work a little better because, you know, one, I do kind of like, you know, a bit that is shiny. I don't have to worry about it drying out my under eyes and all with like all the products. All right. I am not going to bother doing much down here because I'm going to be going to volunteer, and I will be wearing a mask. So this, I still do blush and all, but the rest of it, whatever. Oh, so I've been using my Makeup Revolution palette. Depending on when you see this, I'm either working on the expand. No, this will probably be up. I don't know if you heard that. My belly just growled very loudly. I do need to hurry up though and get to my lunch. I do an early lunch. But yeah, I expand those pans. I'm using this palette, and this will probably already, that video will probably already be up. But for now, I'm still expanding those pans, and I've been actually using the Hobby shade as a little bit of a contour. I go through like mixes of doing, you know, having fun with cheek things and kind of messing around with it a bit. So I was trying to face this way to have a little more light so I can see better. I wonder if I can make it more. It's not gonna stay. It's not gonna stay. It's supposed to get sunny today, but right now it does not. All right, and then I've also been using a different shade. It's called Juice Pale. That was probably way too much. And I've been kind of doing it as like a little bit of a bronzer. And it's going to look clownish right now, so just give me a minute. Let's try and get some. But I've been doing it like on the back part here and then kind of bringing it forward. I have it on the ground. Don't mind me. But then also trying to keep it not super forward and doing more of a, whoa, that looks really dark on the camera. Oh my goodness. All right. And then I've been kind of doing it a little bit up at the forehead and just kind of pretending that I have a bronze glow. And right now I've been enjoying that. So maybe this is kind of, you know, I was saying for my summer looks that, to try to get myself to use bronzer more. Am I using my actual bronzer? No. But it's also because I'm trying to use up some of the shades in this palette before I retire it. So. All right, and I'm getting a little dip going on there, so who knows, maybe I'll get, I was considering using this one as a level 5 for the project Level Up. Oh, and then the other, let me see, oh no, I'm back. My brushes fell, I had washed them and they were still in their little like drying thing. I just brought it over to use, and yeah. So I'll probably talk about this in my Level Up, no, not my Level Up, my Expand Those Pans video, because like I said, I'm sure this will probably go up after. But the one creamy, shiny shade in there, I was trying to use it on my lids, and oh my gosh, it makes everything look so like scaly and terrible, and I just can't. Like even my inner corner is actually too dark. I thought, I mean, look at it. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, if I block my face. But it's very pale, and it works as like a highlighter type of thing on my cheeks here. Or maybe it's like a subtle one, but like my inner corners and all, it just makes everything, like I thought I was just using too many eyeshadows and I was just getting, you know, just the texture showing because I was using a lot. No, it was this eyeshadow. So it is not being used as an eyeshadow and is strictly being used on my cheeks now. And it doesn't do the same thing, maybe because my cheeks just are already shiny and good. All right, so that is that, and I do want to mark off that I use those shades. So tally. And now, all right, I already have my primer on. I didn't really decide, I picked out my shirt and then was kind of like whatever for what I was going to end up wearing. Like hopefully, you know, my eyeshadow would go with it. So I am trying to use up this Party of 5 shade. Oh, and I'm very close. Can I show it without it making a huge mess? So maybe this could be the video I use it up in. I think I might. I'm kind of tempted to use it and then go back in with a matte. Usually I do my mattes and then, but all right, I'm gonna take you maybe into the bathroom with me because this is gonna make a mess if I do it out here, but I'm gonna bring my best brush for it. So let's go. Okay, we are back and we have different lighting because we're in a different room. And my face is looking like a bit much right now, so I'm a little bit regretting doing my makeup in a different lighting setup, but we'll see what happens. I cover over it with powder then and usually kind of tones things down, and then I decide if I need to add more. I can also use a little bit of concealer, kind of tap over lightly, and it helps as well. I'm also looking outside to see, is it actually gonna rain? Because it looks like it. All right, so to pick up this stuff properly, I am going to, it's always like, do I spray my brush or wet it with the water? I'm gonna try water this time. All right. I am trying to get it as best I can. And we're going to put it on. Trying to gather it all up because it's like a loose pigment, but like the worst kind of loose pigment. And I think I am still making a mess. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna actually spray a little bit into the pan, my stuff, and move it. Yeah, there we go. Let's make it creamy again. And I'm gonna use my mirror. Oh yeah, that is better. It's like the problem with like using old makeup, because it's like you get to know it, but then it changes when you're like, nope, I can't use it that way anymore. I don't think I'm gonna finish it actually with this. I think there's still, but I'll try to remember for my next use to use the spray into the pan. Let's see. There is really not much left. Can I make this? I'm also like, I could go underneath and use it on my bottom lash line just to like really, I think I might. I think we're gonna try to do that. Let's see, what brush should I use? I did bring them in. All right, we're gonna go with this guy. Oh, it's not wet. I wonder if I should have wet it. Oh, no, there's enough in the pan, still we're good. Oh yeah, because if I kind of blend this out a bit too on the edges, I might just kind of, this might be like a one and done almost kind of look. I'll probably still do something else, but that's fine. We can keep it easier. Although I'm not showing you all the new stuff. But there's a video that is either up or is coming where I'm going to show my new stuff. All right, this is not me talking much, so let me finish this up. All right, we are back. So in case you couldn't tell in the time lapse, I'll show again, but party of 5, all done, woo! So I'm happy to have that out of my collection because those are a pain to use for me. So now I'm just gonna kind of soften the edge with the light pink in the Ulta Beauty. I'm kind of hoping that I don't get pan at this point because I don't want to have used, and when I hit pan in like the Level Up project, if I use this one in that. So we'll see. But I'm pretty sure I will post about the Party of 5 being empty before this video goes up, so you already know that, but you know, here you get to see that it happened. And it was, yeah, that I had to like go nuts using it a bit, but I've had that for so many years, and yes, good riddance, because I definitely will not buy another Super Shock product ever again. I do not enjoy them. All right, that is definitely softened up. I kind of want to do something for my inner corners. And I'm trying to figure out, oh, you know what? I've got this handy. I'm gonna use the white. I'm gonna use, I'm gonna try this brush. Oh, okay, we are going to have to fix that. Oh my gosh. See, I say I'm white, but clearly I am not that white because, you know, this just put me to shame. All right, I'm just gonna kind of keep blending and blending. And see. I mean, whoo! Actually, I might need a little bit more on that one. Somehow my second eye got like way more, even though it looked like there was a whole lot on this first one. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, this one like went wild. I'm gonna use my concealer brush to try to like bring it back to like normal skin color for me a little bit. Oh no, that might have been like too much of the peachy color. Goodness gracious. That just kind of bring it, because I don't have much of an inner corner, my eyes are very close together and close to my nose and all that, which I never really noticed until inner corners became like such a thing. And like, oh, I remember it's like the McDonald's drive-through, the cashier, food person, whatever person, because they do it all. She had this neon inner corner, and it was like a hot pink or something, and you know, an eyeliner, like a black eyeliner. Oh, I loved it, and I was like, oh, could I do that? I think I tried, and it just doesn't, I don't have enough space there. All right. What else do I want to do? I need to wrap it up, like I said. So I'm gonna do a little blush. So for blush, I had been using this one a lot recently, but I don't really want it with this. Also was trying to maybe have myself use this one, but not wanting that either. Actually, I think I might go for the blush that's in the Ulta one, because I haven't used it for a little bit. Oh, that's right, I meant to keep it further back. I'm so used to, I've like been bringing it forward so much, but I'm like, no, trying to keep it. All right, it still looks a little clown face, but let me do my powder, which is in here. So I guess it's good I moved in here because that's where I have my finishing touch parts. All right. So this is just my e.l.f. HD powder. And it's not the like halo powder that everyone goes nuts for, because again, I have some highlighter on technically, but yeah. But you can see how this definitely tones down the look, and like in person, I look normal. I don't know what the camera is making me look weird or not, but I do actually look, yeah. Okay, see, there we go. I guess it's the underpainting like people do, but it's just, you know, once I put my powder, and this is a translucent type of powder, but it really does kind of bring everything together. All right, and it is, right now it is a little wet, but it's not like soaking or anything, and I definitely will use it dry too. I bought the puffs that everyone's been going on about, and I use them some, but I found that it doesn't set my makeup as well, and I get shinier sooner. So sometimes I get a little splotchy. I think it's because like the eyeshadows don't like stick quite as well. So I just kind of go back a little bit, let's say, with some blush. It's one of the problems of using eyeshadow as a cheek product, but you know, we make it work. Just trying to have some fun using my products all different ways. All right, all my dirty brushes go in. Oh, I can show you. It's a mug that I made. I do art volunteering, and I got to make one too as a, like, you know, to see how to do it. And you should know I'm terrible at art, but they needed someone, and so I signed up. And my mom always used to kind of do those art things, so I'm pretty sure she's like looking down and like, haha, they have you doing the head art stuff, like, you know, that's so funny. It's just from one of my kids' classes, but yeah, I think it actually works because I'm not the best, and so it's not intimidating. All right, I need to get my mascara, which is out there, which is another new product, so I can show you. And otherwise, like I said, I'm not doing any lip stuff because one, I'm about to eat, and two, I'm gonna be having a mask on anyway. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I have my eyes looking different from each other because I put my mascara on just the one eye. And again, this was the other thing that was making me want to purchase from the e.l.f. site, but then I held off. Actually, it might have been the other mascara. They had some other one that was popular, but then they had the lash extender, which this is supposed to be a tubing one. I think it is, but it doesn't come off exactly the way my other tubing ones have. So I don't know. But yeah, I've only done one coat on this eye. I'm gonna do a second, which is more just kind of like playing with the lashes a bit to get them up. I feel like it does keep them kind of like up more than some other mascaras. So this one, so I had to throw out my, I don't know if I had to. I threw out my Ulta Beauty one, which was a tubing one. So when we're talking about inventory things, I don't have that one anymore. And this is my only mascara that I have. I don't even have like a backup or anything at this point. So I threw it out because I thought I had an eye infection. I don't think I did, but it's fine because I wasn't really liking that one that much. Like it was okay, it worked, but this one's definitely better. And I liked the number 7 one that I used for a while. I like that one better than the Ulta one, but this one I might like as much as the number 7. I want to see like once I've had it for longer, but it is cheaper than the number 7. So if I like it at least similarly, I would probably just buy this one then again. So the only thing is that sometimes I feel like discontinues their stuff. You know, it's like they bring out new things, so are they gonna keep it around? You know, I mean, because they just released like some other mascara, I feel like, you know, recently, and then they had this one, so it's like, are we going to keep it or not? So that's how we're looking for that. I was trying to decide if I want to do eyeliner, and sometimes it kind of like feels like it's like more open sometimes when I don't. So I feel like for today, I'm gonna keep it wide-eyed and not more sultry corner thing. Yeah, I've been kind of liking the shiny cheek though again, and that's been working for me. Let's see what's going on with my hair. Oh. Okay, that's what's going on with my hair. I should have taken it down sooner. I feel like it's gonna, I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to brush it because I feel like it makes it more, whoa, it's got a lot of volume. Like it makes it fuzzy looking, but then I also don't want to look like I didn't brush my hair. So, all right, I'm gonna brush, we'll see. I did cut my hair recently. I cut it. Once COVID started, of course, like, you know, there was no haircuts, and I just been doing my own since then, because I decided I didn't want it shorter layers. This is actually kind of short for me. Well, I cut it when it was wet, and you know, it did that little shrinking thing, and I figured my hair always shrinks a lot more because it's got like a little bit of a curl to it. So oops, but that might have been loud, sorry, but that's okay. It feels okay, but I'm gonna put, I have like all these random hair products because I try to figure, it's like I don't know what hair type I really have, because I wash it way more than most people do, and it ends up like, you know, probably making my hair drier than it needs to be, but like it's not like dry, but it's, I don't know. I don't know what to consider. And so like I try different products, and none of them necessarily do exactly what I want, but I don't really know what I want them to do. So, you know, this one I tend to use, it's this Herbal Essences Repairing Oil Mist with Argan Oil. So I think this guy was like trying to do argan oil, but it's like this weird, I have to like shake it, and it's not really oily, but it's not oily. But I've been liking using this. So I shower every night and I wash my hair when I do that. And then in the morning, I also shower after I do a workout, and usually I wash my hair. But now it's more about like half of the days. It just really depends on what I have going on. Oh, I need to get ready for lunch. But yeah, it kind of depends. But I kind of like using this because like my hair will still like get that fuzzy look. So I want to put something on, but I don't want to put like an oil because then I feel like it's just going to make it too heavy when my hair hasn't been like freshly washed, but I don't need that much. So yeah, and part of it was like me trying to use it up, but I don't know, now I've been kind of like using it. Will I buy it again? I don't know, maybe when I use it up, if I still feel good about it, like this might be one that I would rebuy. Like I have not rebought hair products in a long time because I just like kind of buy it, use it, and I have like other ones in my drawer that I'm looking at, and it's like, yeah. Another one that I might rebuy is this BB Hairdressers Invisible Oil Primer thing. I use this for when I do blow out my hair and all that. I had bought this, again, that might be loud. I bought this mousse from Paul Mitchell. I bought small sizes just so I could try them. And this, I mean, it gives volume, but it wasn't supposed to. It's supposed to control frizz and yeah, instead of just like, so. All right. Yeah, I'm basically set, so I can go eat and get ready to volunteer. And oh, I also still have laundry stuff and I'll just sort out too. I've got things. If you'll notice, my mood is definitely better. So I want to thank you all for giving me a reason to talk at you and cheer myself up a bit. I'm happy I finished another eyeshadow. So I think that's number 12 of this year. So woohoo! And yeah, if you liked this, then maybe give the video a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, it would be great. I'd love to have you back. And I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Until the next time, bye.